Mame kwa maso na mene Mussa Dankwah entwetwe nkomo. Yera Dankwah de pe mache.
Mi do so mawura.
Empom te say.
Nyame adom.
Ye da nyame ase. Uye obi a ne Ghana ye nim say we research fa abato mu. What the fofra behwim in the Bono area ho. Cheche mu these research a we no sunsanso a na ewu mu.
You me da sini akonya odi amami. Bono region, one of the regions are looking very interesting. It decided to say a best share their cost for Bono, especially CETA MPP a hold no. What is it saying there? It is story the same, and I say only improvement. Internet call Bono region hall for this special poll. Now you call 4 constituencies Bono. You call Brukum East, Brukum West, Sunyani East, and Sunyani West. Just to see what is going on there. In Bono region, in terms of direction of the country, 81% of voters, Ghana is headed in the wrong direction.
Bono, 81%.
81%. 12% the right direction. If we saw about approval of the president's performance, 69% disapprove, 25% approve, and 6% have no opinion. Now, if we saw about their living standard compared to a year ago, 57% say it has gotten worse.
Almost all my brother,
baby, I 10% say I improve, and 29% say and with another 4% say they have no opinion. So broadly, this is the view of Bono region with regards to these key questions: direction of the country, job performance of the president, and their own standard of living, which help determine how they vote.
And of course, these three things determine somebody's voting pattern. Can decide, say, although he's not the person going again. No, I could not say Antonio Swaba. Now, Dankwah Kufuadu when you 2024, 7 December, in fact, January 2025, 7 January. What Najuma Baby yet? Now, Obifufro, but one in the year, you may these issues, bread and butter issues, can't be say to a bar.
Absolutely. We share the three top issues. Bono. Number one, jobs. 76% of the mentioning of issues on jobs. Number two, economy. 57% of the mentioning of people's top issue, economy. And number three, education. 51%. So these are the top three issues that nationally are the same, determining people's behavior in terms of how they intend to vote.
And it's likely said that voter, there's a possibility to say voter, MPP, I must say then, during the 2020 elections, no, there's a likelihood say, be a subetimiate.
Yes, Eswati.
Eswati.
Eswati, yes, definitely Eswati.
Oh, here by what percentage?
This is call numbers, no, but in many cases, no. Across the some cases 10%, 15%, 20%.
Because over Bono regional, NPP has 2020 had 6 seats, NDC was 6 seats in the Bono region. But 2016 they had 11 seats. NDC had 1 seat in the Bono region. Would it affect the parliamentary seats as well?
Definitely it will. But the amount figures this year, I've just seen in terms of the presidential. I'll come back to parliamentary.
Right.
Omo about Emma Nanado in 2020. 20% of them are voting for Mahama in the Bono region now. Only 68% of them are voting for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. 8% are voting for Alan Chiramate. 3% are voting for Nana Kwambediako. So over NDC, Omar Mutuma, sorry, John Mahama in 2020, 89% are voting for him again. 10% are voting for Bawumia. 1% Alan, 1% Nana Kwambediako.
Hey.
So you can clearly see that MPP has lost grounds in the Bono region. Now, the Uber Parliament, you know, what very interesting.
But the grounds are huge, Joe. It's not a nyaketwa. Looking at the percentage just gave me.
20% is not small. That is huge. It's huge. In fact, in some places, it's about 30%. Now, Ocean Parliamentary, Brikum East, Ampar Bin Treme, NDC, 53%. Nelson Treme, incumbent MPP MP, 38%.
That's how I know a losing is it.
Yes. Only 7% are undecided. Only 74 manual. Still. Now, Uba Onua Motuma Treme in 2020, 35% of them have switched to vote for NDC candidates. 35% of his own supporters have switched camp to NDC candidates. Only 51%. That's huge. That is huge. Only 51% of his supporters are voting for him again. 51% only are doing so again. When you go to NDC candidate now, 94% are still voting for him. 94%. Then Uba.
And this is Brekum East.
Yes. Now we are going to Brekum West. Brekum West, Kweku Adenim Boating, MPP MP, incumbent.
Mabel, Chairman now, Nelson Chairman, Brekum East, and a winning year with 27,731. Simon and Paben Chairman, Lucia with 17,305. That is 38%. 38.24%. And there was a statistics in Kassing.
I reverse I'm paying 53%, 38%.
Right. Yanko.
Oko Brekum Westa. Incumbent to put Adenim Watching 28. Dixon Tredia, NDC, 31%.
Omurkra no percentage a woman during that election and so kese. Osha vote na ensha da and no so. Probably about 1,000 votes. Onya 11,245. That is 46.98%. And Dixon Tremidia enya 10,296, representing 43.01%. And they Zembe Neka.
I say 31% Dixon. 28 Adenim Boating. So 3 points difference between MDC and MPP. NDC is leading. 8% say others. And 34% say undecided.
That's why also when you bet me a losing seat.
Oh yes, yes. Because at this stage, not 34 say only undecided. They won't vote for you when the time comes. Now, so
it means that if there's any work he has to do it within the undecided 24%, and that can change or that can make him retain his seat.
Let me give you the breakdown. Among those who voted for him in 2020, 11% are voting for NDC Zia. Only 26% of his own supporters are voting for him again. 5% say others. 25% undecided. 33% said they won't vote.
And they're hot sitting there.
Yes, it's very hot. Over NDC in Onua, 73% of his people are voting for him again. Only 1% are voting for Adenim Boating. 13% others. 8% say Omoye undecided. And 11% say Omontuaba.
There is a omo breakum west they feel say MP no one share that more.
Daddy.
Quite.
Now, Uba Sunyani East. Eho, you were Honorable Kwesi Ameyao, Treme, incumbent MP, 13%. Said Mubarak, NDC, 27%. Ransford Entry, independent candidate, 38%.
In the last elections, no, Kwesi Ameyao Treme, Enya 60.56% with 49,005. Alan McBride Setre, Enya 28,933, representing 35.75%.
I feel a complete reversal of fortunes for him. 22% are undecided. Now, Oshe Omamutuma Treme in 2021.
Yes.
14% are voting for NDC candidate. Only 14% are voting for him again.
That is very low.
45% are voting for Ransford Entry, independent candidate. 20% are undecided. 5% say they won't vote.
Now there's an independent candidate, though, had, you know.
Yes. Even among the NDC, Omamutuma NDC, last time, no.
Yeah.
60% are voting for him again.
The NDC or MPP, they are having issues.
Yes.
Okay.
10% are voting for Chireme. 14% of NDC people who voted for NDC guy are voting for Transport NG, independent candidate.
So we might have an independent candidate as a member of parliament. That was Sunyani East region.
Yes. Currently, our model suggests that Sunyani will have independent candidate. Sunyani
East.
Sunyani. Yes.
Right. Then
West. Sunyani West. Ignatius Bafo Ewa.
Who is the Minister of Labour and Employment?
25%. Militant Yebua Amankwa, 47%. Others, 4%. Undecided, 24%.
In your statistics, Millicent has gained about 6% vote. In the last election, she had 41.18%. That is 23,499. And Ignatius Bafwe, who are member of parliament now, 47.15%, representing 26,907.
Now he's in big trouble. Now let's look at this data and quite more scarier. Among those who in 2020 voted for Bafwe, 34% are voting for Militant.
And assuming they were all MPP fanatics or MPP faithfuls, out of the 47, 34 are moving out.
Yes, in fact, we have that party affiliation. So if you look at the party affiliation now, it's Sunyani West. 28% of MPP voters are voting for NDC candidates. Only 81% of MPP voters are voting for Bafwe. 2% others, 11 undecided, and 8 will not vote. Over NDC, 80% of
those who voted for Millicent.
12% are voting for Bafwe, 4% for others, and 3 undecided.
That is a constituency that
yes. And among floating voters, Millicent, 41%. Bafwe, 13%.
So the seat might 10.
I think it will change.
Yeah, okay.
So these are the 4 Bono region constituencies that are a poll here. But in terms of presidential, Baumia leads in the presidential. Overall, in the 4 areas, Mahama on 42%, Baumia on 47%, and Alan Martin 7%, and Apamba Diaku 4%.
So in that region, it means that MPs, not the party per se.
Okay, and sure each constituency and who is winning in the presidential.
Yeah,
that provide more. Brekum East Mahama 48%, but 43%. So Mahama leads.
Will win Brekum East.
Brekum West, Mahama 47, in fact 49%, 42%. So Mahama is leading Brekum West. Over Brekum East, Baumia leads 70%. Mahama.
That is Sunyani East.
Sunyani East. So Sunyani East. Sunyani East. Mahama 26%.
Mahama. Baumia will win Sunyani East.
Yes. And Sunyani West, Mahama 48%. Baumia 30%. Alan 13%. Kwan Bidiakun 8%.
So former president will sweep Brekum East, Brekum West, and then Sunyani West.
Yes. The reason overall Bame was leading this Sunyani East is very big.
Yeah.
So by 70%, he got a lot more votes to give him overall lead among the four. But when you break it down to smaller ones, you can see
he just won one of the your friend is constituencies.
Yes. And Ushia, look at Sunyani East. That's where America is struggling.
Yes.
And Bamia is winning. So it means Chile will not survive.
Yes. Interesting statistics there. Interesting. Yeah, so now I say Nana pay. I mean, these days, is there a possibility these things can change, or this data can change?
Some of them that are very close within the margin of error, effort can change certain things, but almost a huge number of people who say me unheaded no. They should be very worried if you are an incumbent.
Now, and now the better was say I am Swano MP no NDC MP no. Yeah, now or call a year asawase. Eko say and what say why we no so kra we losing it.
I think he is gone.
I
don't think he will in the seat.
He's going to lose the seat?
Yes.
Governor,
a borrowed seat, and then total we are buying our fucking panel. But when the things are resolved, I think you will not be able to hold them. And Ayenson is one of them.
Now, her governor, and your gab, Kitwell.
And your gab, either now I am going to say who.
And it's only because the seat was borrowed.
Yes,
and not because why Juma and now I near Jumanti and
no, in some seats, a traditional and typical MPP seat. So, and if MPP is in power and they resolve their problem, it's likely that you will not be able to win it. Now, the only place we have seen a divergent Akotia, where NDC candidate is leading the race right now, compared to NS Yaukumi. So Henry Yadomboachi, 34%, NS Yaukumi, 26%. But a big number, so only undecided, 30%. And that number, we believe that a tactical vote number vote, I believe they will vote for NDC candidates now. Because I must say, the confusion in MPP has not been resolved in Akotia between Amasi and Yaukumi. The area Atramai electoral area, one of the biggest area or strong area for MPP, almost undecided. It's highly unusual. And I also know it's a very strong goal of Amasi. It appears that they may do skirt and blouse again.
That issue has been lingering for a while. You may now I say another pay any a Juma only any I pay. A JB say opposite so I send back.
Boss, quick one on the Bono issue. The assumption in the independent candidates are and I say be other political parties and should that make any bigger influence in the upcoming 2024 elections. But don't share the Bono DNA factor now de mana. Nana Kwame Bediako seems to make a lot of influence in the parliamentary candidates. Is that not going to affect the presidential candidates, presidential voting pattern as well?
If you have listened to us, you have never said that they won't have impact.
No, and you will ask in your statistics, but other polls are also suggesting that way.
I haven't seen any polls that say that way. I don't know whether you can share that with me. But clearly, they are making impact. But the impact they are making is one-way impact. They are draining votes from the MPP.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Onua atwetwe nkomo.
Mr. Midati.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.